Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming to Kenya. I know this is the first time for many who have arrived. Thank you. And I'm really honored. I'm really excited. I was telling Adriel, I'm really excited. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Allow me, our board member, allow me to, Shali, to just say something, a small story. Since I'm a storyteller. My name is Winnie Kamau. I come from the Association of Freelance Journalists. And as mentioned, yes, you need a PhD to understand the IATI data, but no, you just need to learn how to use it, and I guess it becomes easier the more you interact with the data. So my backstory started last year with one young man called Mark Brown. We just decided to walk into the ministry, the National Treasury, and there we met. We were met by different faces, and it began the journey of Kenya getting into IATI, and I know eventually we'll become members. So I'm really happy and honored that this great meeting, this Members Assembly is happening here. Now, getting back to the topic of strategic plan. Much has been said, but from the CSO perspective, I guess I have something small to just add. As we're looking at this 2026, 2030 strategic plan, I believe it offers us a profound opportunity for genuine collective action as members. And this plan is not just a mere document. We must be cognizant to that. It's a plan that shares our commitment for ownership, and that we need to take ownership collectively and actively shape its implementation. And as it has been mentioned, things have changed. The landscape is changing. And the CSOs need to come together. We, all of us, and not only the CSOs, even the partner countries, everyone, we need to come together and have a collective voice where we can partner with the Secretariat and be able to activate this. And for me, I'll just give an example. For the last 2 weeks, I guess, I've been on D-Portal and the Country Finance Development Tool. I don't know if you've used that tool. Just trying to explain to people what it means, where is the data coming from. And I liked the speech by our Director General when he talked about blended financing, which has already been mentioned again. That there are spaces where things are changing. Yes, we are moving away from the normal donors, and we're moving to different places, just looking for money and looking for support so that we can be able to implement some of the things that are crucial in our country and projects. But I like the fact that with the Country Finance Development Tool, we are able to see the standard loans, the grants that are coming into the country. And this is some of the information that has been hidden, especially in our countries, in our partner countries. When you ask about, in my case, in Kenya, we have the SGR and we have the expressway. Maybe if you've gone to the city, you've used the expressway. And you ask about the money that funded all these projects, these mega projects. And all of them are shrouded or they are hidden in secrecy. But at least with the data that is coming from IATI, we're able to see a glimpse of hope and get to know where money is coming and where it's coming from and where it's going. CSOs are essential for identifying the critical data gaps, whether related to gender, humanitarian aid, climate action, or local implementation. Our work ensures that IATI accurately reflects lived realities, not just abstract published figures. At Association of Freelance Journalists, we see the strategic plan playing a key role in our storytelling processes. And this comes in through the data that we find on the D-Portal and the Country Finance Development Tool. And it's here we have Talk Africa, which is our online publication that does development and human interest stories and focusing on data journalism. And this is a niche that journalists are now embracing, using data to tell our stories. As an editor, I'm also an editor. I use data to triangulate some of the stories that land on my desk. And I must say, one example is when we were all struggling and scrambling all over just to find out where USA data went to. And when the portals, all of them, like their websites went down, their social media accounts went down, and people were struggling to find USA data. I remember I had only one saving place, and that was the D-Portal. And I was able to grab some data and do a story out of it. But looking at what the strategic plan made in our partner countries and in our different spaces, we're looking at better data. Yes, the quality might be challenging, but at least we have something that we can rely on. And CSOs, us included, everyone, we need to expand IATI's influence into countries, communities where citizens and people like myself, journalists and local governments, depend on trusted intermediaries to understand and apply this data. Our tireless advocacy bolsters political will, fosters national level reforms, and elevates the voices of the marginalized groups. If we are serious in about making IATI inclusive and impactful, the relevant and becoming relevant in the coming decade, we need to partner, not only with CSOs who are international, but also those ones who are coming from the local governments. Like in my country, Kenya, we have counties, and we have many CSOs that are there. We need to partner. And this strategic plan, I believe, gives us the roadmap to, we will give it a roadmap to be able to partner with those local CSOs. And in finishing, together, looking at this strategic plan, together, we can transform data transparency into genuine accountability and better development outcomes for all of us. I must say that it's not easy being a journalist in this day and age, and where most of us are self-censoring ourselves because of the challenges that we're finding politically. But with this data, I guess we can be able to hide ourselves and be able to tell the stories, those untold stories that need to be told. Those things, those projects that you guys are working on that need to be told, that's where we'll be able to make it. And with that, thank you very much.